George Corpsegrinder Fisher is an icon, impossible to overlook in the world of extreme music. His earth-shaking voice and intimidating stage presence have placed him at the top of the death metal genre for more than 3 decades. As the frontman of Cannibal Corpse, he delivers performances that are both brutal and fearsome. Yet behind the thunderous sound and the roaring crowds, there is another side to George that often escapes the spotlight, the side of an ordinary man who is warm, humble, and full of love for the little things in life. Despite being known for his growls that can shake the walls of a venue and his imposing figure that can make people tremble, his daily life is far from frightening. Off tour and away from the studio, George Fisher prefers spending time with his family, playing video games, or even shopping for toys. Yes, toys, because he genuinely enjoys lighthearted and fun things. There's a fascinating paradox here. A vocalist who roars like a monster on stage, yet at home can laugh freely while organizing his shelf of dolls. This contrast is not hypocrisy, but rather a portrait of balance. George understands that to survive in such a tough industry, one must carve out space to be fully oneself, without masks, without roles. His life philosophy is simple yet powerful. Work hard, stay humble, and enjoy what you love without caring about other people's judgments. That philosophy is evident in the way he treats his fans, with kindness, patience, and sincerity. Something rarely seen in the extreme music scene, which is often filled with oversized egos. He never tries to project a glamorous image or act like a star. Instead, George Fisher prefers to stay grounded. Whether it's visiting a toy store, standing in line like anyone else, or spending quiet moments with his wife. It is precisely this down-to-earth nature that has earned him respect, even beyond the death metal community. George Fisher was born on July 8, 1970 in Baltimore, Maryland. He taught himself how to sing by imitating the vocal styles of his idols, such as Tom Araya, Chuck Schuldiner, Glenn Benton, John Tardy, and Dave Vincent. Fisher admitted that his vocal coach was none other than the music records he listened to, complete with lyrics and band photos on the album covers. With dedication, he memorized entire lyrics and practiced adjusting his vocal timing, even if it didn't always sound exactly like the original singers. From this habit grew a strong determination to pursue music seriously. In 1988, before turning 18, Fisher formed his first band called Corpsegrinder, named after a song title from Death's 1984 demo, Reign of Terror. The band began performing around Baltimore, playing cover songs for Cro-Mags and Sacrifice. 3 years later, in 1991, Fisher made his official recording debut on Suffocation's album Effigy of the Forgotten, where his vocal contributions can be heard on 2 tracks, Mass Obliteration and Reincarnation. After receiving an invitation from Ted Hartz, a former member of Ex Mortis, Fisher left Corpsegrinder because he felt his bandmates lacked dedication to death metal. He then joined Monstrosity and became the lead vocalist on the band's first 2 studio albums, Imperial Doom and Millennium. George Corpsegrinder Fisher's success in the music world began when he officially joined Cannibal Corpse in late 1995, replacing Chris Barnes as the band's lead vocalist. Fisher's first encounter with the members of Cannibal Corpse happened at a show in Washington, D.C., and shortly afterward, he left Monstrosity to accept the offer from Alex Webster and Paul Mazurkiewicz. This decision marked a major step in his career and became a turning point for Cannibal Corpse as well. Fisher's arrival initially raised doubts among both fans and the label, since Barnes's dismissal was considered a huge risk. When Webster contacted him with the proposal, Fisher reportedly screamed with excitement so loudly that it worried his mother. He admitted that he only truly realized his status as an official member of the band after the Vile album was completed. Fisher himself was confident about what he could bring to the band and asked fans to give him a chance, convinced that his vocal style would inject new energy while still respecting the band's roots. Mazurkiewicz emphasized that Fisher was the only candidate they seriously considered, stressing that if he had declined or failed, Cannibal Corpse's future could be in jeopardy. The band's confidence in Fisher proved well-founded. Vile, released in 1996, was met with positive reception and followed by a successful tour alongside Misfits, Anthrax, and Life of Agony across North America. The album became a dramatic turning point for the band, marking Cannibal Corpse's debut on the Billboard 200 despite the personal and creative tensions that had peaked with Barnes earlier. The success of Vile paved the way for subsequent albums such as Evisceration Plague, Torture, and A Skeletal Domain, each of which secured strong positions on the Billboard 200, proving the band's continued relevance and commercial success. The pinnacle came with Violence Unimagined in 2021, which sold 14,000 copies in its first week and debuted at number 6 on the Billboard Top Album Sales chart, cementing Cannibal Corpse's position as one of the most influential death metal bands. Since joining, Corpsegrinder has not only strengthened the band's vocals with his signature growl, but also played a key role in maintaining Cannibal Corpse's identity and creative continuity. With his courage and dedication, Corpsegrinder successfully guided the band through a challenging transition, proving that Cannibal Corpse could survive and even thrive despite major lineup changes. Interestingly, Fisher has stated that he does not do warm-up exercises or sound checks before performing live. He believes that vocalists who merely hold the microphone fail to embody the true essence of death metal, since real vocal technique requires mastery of the diaphragm and complex breathing, skills he taught himself while playing guitar. On stage, Fisher is known for his aggressive persona. His rants and reactions to hecklers are part of his performance. He once recounted an incident in San Diego when an audience member threw a coin at him. He shouted back with dramatic threats, but clarified that he is not someone who resorts to physical violence. He has also remarked that his extreme vocal style is best suited outside mainstream music, such as voicing monsters in video games, underscoring that the vocal techniques he mastered are a unique art form, requiring intense dedication and discipline.
Beyond music, George Fisher is also a devoted fan of the online role-playing game World of Warcraft. His passion for the virtual world runs so deep that he permanently expressed it through a tattoo representing the Horde, one of the game's major factions, as a symbol of his loyalty and identity in the digital realm. In addition to his musical contributions, Fisher has extended his influence into the world of animation. He appeared as a guest star in the series Metalocalypse, voicing the metal-masked assassin, and served as inspiration for the character Nathan Explosion, the lead vocalist of Deathclock, whose physical appearance and stage presence mirror Fisher's own. His presence across these media shows that his influence is not confined to extreme music, but also permeates pop culture and the wider entertainment world. George Fisher is a rare example of an extreme metal musician who leads a personal life filled with love, simplicity, and genuine care for others. He is married to Stacy Fisher, and together they have 2 daughters. With his wife Stacy and their daughters, Fisher often shares family moments on social media, such as celebrating his daughter's 16th birthday or his 24th wedding anniversary. One of the most touching aspects of George Corpsegrinder Fisher's personal life is his habit of winning stuffed animals from claw machines at shopping centers, a hobby he enjoys with his family as both entertainment and a bonding activity. However, this pastime goes beyond mere fun. Fisher consistently donates the plush toys he wins to children's hospitals and charities, making it a meaningful family tradition. In August 2023, Fisher, along with Stacy and their daughter, donated 7 large bags of plush toys to Johns Hopkins All-Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg, Florida, bringing joy and hope to children undergoing medical treatment. On social media, Fisher wrote a heartfelt and humble message. "Thank you so much to all the staff. They gave us a certificate of appreciation, but they're the ones who truly deserve it, and so much more, for their tireless efforts helping the children." This post highlighted that for Fisher, donating toys is not only about giving gifts, but also about honoring the hard work of medical staff and spreading kindness to those in need. He frequently shares these moments on social media, showing how a seemingly simple hobby can bring real smiles to children facing hardship, while also instilling empathy and compassion within his family. He has even explained his secret to winning plush toys, focusing on the claw's movement rather than the toy itself. He describes himself as being like a kid at Disney World, paying close attention to the position and placement of the toys inside the machine. This tradition has become a cherished family activity, combining fun with meaningful acts of giving. George Fisher is also known for his healthy lifestyle offstage. He has stated firmly that he has never smoked in his entire life. Additionally, he is recognized as being apolitical, preferring to stay out of politics due to his distrust of the system. He has said that he has never voted in an election and never will, as he believes there is no one trustworthy in politics. Beyond his work as Cannibal Corpse's frontman, renowned for his powerful stage presence and brutal vocals, George Corpsegrinder Fisher has another, more peaceful hobby: fishing. This activity serves as a calm escape from the chaos of the extreme music world. Through fishing, Fisher finds tranquility in nature, far from the noise of touring and recording. The hobby reflects another side of his personality, that behind the fierce on-stage persona lies someone patient, appreciative of life's simple pleasures, and deeply fond of soothing outdoor activities. For him, fishing provides moments of personal reflection as well as quality time with friends and family. It reveals a different facet of who he is, a man who values peace, simplicity, and the quiet beauty of nature.